What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Great win for them boys, 134-106 by beating the Washington Wizards. Blowout City. Blowout City. This is what you do with teams like this. This is what you do. You don't waste no time with them. You smoke them by 28 points. This is what you do to teams that are 2-10. Jalen Brunson was big tonight. 26 big points for him. 11 assists. The Big Cat, 24 big points, 12 rebounds. Great win, man. Great win. Salute. Big task. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Great win for the boys, 134-106. Jalen Brunson, 26 big points. Another double-double for him. This is what you do, man. This is what you do. You take care of teams like this. Now we're starting to roll. 8-6 right now, going into the West Coast trip, which is going to be the longest trip of the year. They're going to be gone for 10 days, 5-game road trip. But listen, this is how you do it. Fourth quarter guys are able to rest and relax. No issues with anything. Everybody's able to cool out. And that's what you want. Tibbs played everybody tonight. All 12 guys played. Beautiful to see. Rondo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for the boys, 134-106. Jalen Brunson, another double-double, 26 big points and 11 assists. This is what you do, man. This is what you do. And we playing around with them. And I love this tonight. Everybody got involved. Everybody. I'm going to show you guys the stats in a minute. We shot 50% from three. 50%. Everybody was getting in on it. Even had a guy like Campaign coming off the bench. 17 big points for him. Once again, like I said, I'm going to get into the stats, but huge for the whole team. Tim, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. HBO Harlem all day. Big win for the boys, 134-106. The Big Cat, 24 big points, 12 rebounds. We took over the game right away. Right away. It was like the midpoint of, I think, the second quarter when they pretty much had like 50 points. So this is going to be blowout city. And this is what you do. And I love it because also, too, everybody got involved. Everybody. But I think also, too, more importantly, before we get into the stats and we break down the things, we go through the highlights, Tibbs played 12 guys. Everybody played tonight. And you got to love that because especially it's on a back-to-back. We're about to hit this road trip. You have to kind of let guys rest and relax and get ready for what's coming ahead, right? We got a really, really tough road. Got a lot of top teams are playing. We got the Jazz. Of course, we got the Suns. We got, I believe we have, do we have the Mavs? I'm not sure if we have the Mavs. I'll check. But I know we have the Nuggets, right? So it's going to be a long road trip. So we got to be in top-tier shape. And I love the fact that the fourth quarter, Brunson just sat and chilled, man. Relaxed. Because he was cooking towards the end. It was the return of the Brunson burner tonight. So it was great to see for him. Let's go to the highlights, man. Great win tonight for them boys. Great win tonight for them boys. Great win tonight for them boys, man. You got to love it, man. You got to love what they did tonight. You got to love how they shared the ball. 6 players in double figures tonight. Great to see. Great numbers from everybody. Josh Hart was great. OG Anunoby was great. Then, of course, Mikal Bridges. Like I said, he's turned the corner. He was great tonight. Like I said, even Campaign coming off the bench, he had 17 big points, right? So he was fabulous. All together, you got to love that. You even had a guy like Dottie coming off the bench, knocking down a couple of threes, right? I thought he played really, really well tonight, right? So once again, all these things are very important because you're able to really get a lot of these young guys in and get some experience. Knock down some threes, kind of see the ball go through the net, and really, really kind of build that confidence. That's the most important thing for me. It's for a lot of these young guys. Because let's be honest, a lot of them aren't going to play a lot this year. They're not. But, in games like this is where you have to build that confidence. This is where you got to do that. To where these guys are able to kind of see what it's like NBA basketball, right? In certain minutes of the game. Of course, we saw Acapulco play late. But still, to me, it's minutes, man. Minutes are minutes. And I think this is the value or the greatness, shall I say, and what Deuce told Acapulco that time when he was mic'd up. These minutes matter. This is when you develop these minutes for him to develop this trust in you, to believe in you. In certain moments during the season, he might call on you, and you got to deliver. Atlantic Lion, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. Big win for the boys, 134-106. The Brunson Burner, 26 big points, 11 assists. The Big Cat, 24 big points and 12 rebounds. And so to me, that's the importance of getting a guy like Dottie in and watching him play and watching him knock down shots and being confident with letting it go, letting it fly. Getting this in-game, experience, right? Because remember, Dottie didn't come in just at the end of the game, right? Dottie was in the second quarter, came in for OG Anunoby. And so I thought it was great for him to be doing that, right? For him to be able to have that opportunity to go out there and really kind of earn that trust, like Deuce talked about. And so I think through games like this, this is where Tibbs can develop that. Even for a guy like Tyler Kolek, right? It's good for him to go out and get these minutes. Also, too, to build that trust with Tibbs. Because during this time, too, guys, you guys got to remember, right? They're not really. Now, what's going on? I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Yes, great showing tonight, 134-106. Big time win for the boys, the Brunson Burner. 26 big points for him and 11 assists. So remember, right? Like in moments like this, the reason why it's important for these guys to really get out there, because Tibbs has got to be able to see how are you going to be in certain moments during the game? How are you going to be able to handle certain type of pressurized moments? How are you defensively? Because that's how you're going to get on the court. You're not going to get on the court just because you can score. No. He's got enough guys that can fill it up. So now what do you do? What's the little intangibles that you do? What's the little things that you do that's really going to help this team win and prevail and get to the next level? Because there's going to be times during the season where he's going to call on you. And what do you do with those minutes? So it's minutes like this when you're playing against the Wizards, when you're playing against the Nets, when you're playing against a lot of these teams that aren't that good, the Hornets. And those 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 3 minutes left in the second quarter, those little minutes are very, very important for you to really establish yourself and establish the trust that Tibbs can have in you, to believe in you in a late game in February, right? In a game in March, right? When no one's really watching, or January, when it's cold out, right? You think no one's paying attention to those games. They are. Because then that's where you're able to steal minutes and get those minutes to where he trusts you in playoff time. Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for the boys, 134-106. The Big Cat, 24 big points, 12 rebounds. So that's why I think games like this are important. It just is, man. It just is. People don't believe in them. People are like, oh, what's the big deal? This team's terrible. What do you learn from this team? You learn a lot. You learn a lot about this team. You learn a lot. You learn how guys pretty much handle business. And the reason why I say handle business is because we saw what happened on that back-to-back what they did against Chicago, right? You could tell that was what was talked about, what was discussed, because this team came out on fire tonight, ready to go. They did not take no prisoners. They did not take their foot off the gas. They took care of business, blew out them boys by 28 points, and that's because of what happened in Chicago. That's what happened in that game. So, of course, this team wanted to come out and make an example of these guys. Because of what happened in Chicago, now you guys got to get it. Now you guys got to get it. Because of what happened in Chicago. Blame Chicago. And so to me, them coming out and playing big the way they did after a back-to-back is huge. It's huge. But I really do think, man, also, too, that the chemistry is starting to come together as well. You're starting to see Cat and Brunson really dominate at the top of that key and really, just look great. Brunson is pretty much just toying around at the top of the key, man. I said it. I said, listen, man, he's going to be getting a lot of assists this year. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like a 20-10 guy. And look, Brunson's not, a couple of games he might have had 30, but listen, if this is his number, if this is his stat line, anywhere between 22 to 28 a night, anywhere between 10 and 13 assists a night, huge season for him. Huge. because that's what it does with a guy like Cat. And then also, too, the way OG Anunoby is cutting, you got all these guys because everybody is so worried about Brunson at the top of the key, what he can do. It leaves cutting lanes open for a lot of guys. And that's where OG Anunoby has made a living so far this season. And it's just great to see, man. It's just great to see because now offensively, you're seeing them start to come together. And this is what the league knew. This is what the league knew when the Knicks made this deal. The league knew this. They knew. They said, listen, Brunson and this guy coming together, it's going to be a problem for the league. It really, really, truly is offensively. And so you're starting to see it. You're starting to see it. And once again, I don't want to hear because, they're playing against the Wizards and they're playing against the Nets. Who cares? This is when you kind of get your weight up, man. Because it's like an open practice. That's basically what it is. So you got to try things out. Tibbs has got to see where guys fit lineup-wise. He's got to see that. And through that, I think he's able to establish a rhythm as far as rotation goes. Who plays better with who? How does this guy look in this situation? What does this guy do in this situation? How does this young guy look? I like Dadier in this situation. How about I bring Akaporti instead of Sims? What do I see? So I'm just saying, guys, that's the beauty of this. The beauty. And also, too, guys, we cannot deny what someone like Akaporti is doing for a guy like Sims. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I thought Sims had another good game tonight. What's happening is you're seeing his play rise up a bit, right? And this is what happens when you have guys fighting for time and fighting for position. It really tells a lot about who a guy is. Is he going to fold up? Or is he going to rise to the occasion? And we've been here before. Remember, last year this happened with Grimes. When DiVincenzo came here, and the flamethrower, I said, everybody knew on my show, if anybody's been rocking with me, I said, listen, man, I said, Grimes better watch out. He better watch out because this kid is coming. DiVincenzo is coming. He's coming for that spot. And what did Grimes do, man? Grimes folded up, man. Grimes folded up like tissue paper. And DiVincenzo snatched that starting spot. And that shipped Grimes off to Detroit, right? This is what happens. So what do you do when the pressure's on? What do you do? Corey Lindsay, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Great win for them boys. 134-106. The Big Cat, 24 big points, 12 rebounds. And so to me, that's what I think a guy like Akaporti has done for a guy like Sims. Sims' level, his skills has rised to the occasion because of that. He's been playing a lot better, man. A lot better. Because trust me, listen, guys. I said it on my short today. Right when I talked about Bridges. If anybody checked it out, go check it out. These guys hear the talks, man. They hear us. They hear the chirping. They hear guys talking about it. You hear guys like me, LV, and other people's channels, even guys on other channels, on bigger conglomerate channels, you know what I'm talking about who Akaporti is and how he should play over Sims. You think this guy doesn't know? You think he doesn't hear it? So what does he do? Does he fold up and go sit in the corner, or does he rise up and play better, man? That's what it's all about competition. We're here to make each other better. That is the goal. Knicks 100 GM, man. What's going on? I appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for the boys, 134-106. The Brunson Burner, 126, 26, 11 assists for that boy. And so I think that's what's happened with Sims. Sims has had a couple of rim rockers, man, as of late. But that's because of the motivation, man. I'm telling you. And that's what I love to see, man. Listen, competition breeds more competition. If this ain't for you, then you don't need to play sports, period. You got to come ready to go all the time because if not, someone's going to take your spot. That's just what it is, man. Period. End of story. You got to be ready to go. And if you're not producing, you're losing your spot. That's it. So it really dictates who you are as a player when you feel the pressure, right? And so I think Sims has stepped it up, man. He has. He's been playing really, really well. I got to give it to him. I salute him on that. He's been playing well. And I think that that's where you have to look at and kind of identify. Listen, Tip said it. He said, listen, I love what Jericho brings. I love the things that he does. And, hey, guys are working hard. Also, too, guys, remember, they're not really practicing much during the season. Because, again, one day on, one day off. So they're not practicing a lot. So on those off days, they can come in and shoot around if they want. But I know it's not no practice going on. Those guys are really resting, especially when you're on a back-to-back. Now they're about to go on a road trip. These guys are not practicing, man. They're about to get on the plane because, remember, they got to play Wednesday. So they got to be in Phoenix tomorrow, ready to go, and get ready for the game Wednesday. So when's the practice time? There is none. So the games are the practice. So these guys got to be ready to go. So with that being said, it's motivation that comes there, man. And so you got to be, you got to be ready to go, man. And I think that Sims is playing extremely well. Excuse me. What do you guys think about campaign, man? Before I get into the other guys, this guy he's kind of, I want to say he's like sneaky good, man, because LV said it over the summer. When they made this deal, I didn't agree with it. I didn't. Because I said, what's the point in doing that? Unless he's a trade piece. I mentioned that because they had Tyler Kolek. So if you're going to draft Kolek, why would you bring a guy like Campaign in? The Knicks know something that we don't know. That's why those guys get paid the big bucks. Because Campaign has been a steal. He's been a pleasant surprise to this season. Because once again, when those guys come off the bench and they come in, what you want those guys to have a steady, keep the ship steady, man. That's it. Don't ruffle any feathers. Don't lose the game. Just keep it steady for a guy like Brunson to come back in and go off. But keep the momentum going. If the team makes a run, cool. It just doesn't get crazy. And what a guy like Campaign does is he keeps everything steady, man. You got to love him for that. And then also, too, he's coming in, man, confidence, firing shots, knocking them down at a high clip. Listen, man, he's shooting threes. Sometimes at crazy threes, I'm like, yo, my man, what are you doing? But, yo, man, he's knocking them down. And he's shooting them with confidence. But the one thing about him, man, you got to love him, man. He's bringing a lot of energy. A lot of energy. He's like he picks up the pace. When he comes in, he's not coming in like dragging his feet. He's picking up the pace, and he's a great backup point guard. So you gotta love that. You have to, man. You have to. Now, before I kind of get into everybody else, right? Are you guys concerned about Deuce? Hey, listen, I was there open night at the Garden. I was there. I was there when he hyperextended his knee. And it was ill, like how he went up for the layup, because when he went down the lane, it's as if like he tried to jump and his leg buckled on him or something. And then he came back down limping. He just didn't look right at all. Now, he's played well, but I don't know what's going on, man. Listen, they say it's swelling. Listen, I've had knee injuries before. Right? I don't know if I told you. I think I have told you here, man. We family here. I've told you guys. I had ACL reconstruction. Right? So the injuries are no joke, man. When your knee swells up and they're still swelling, there's something going on in there. There's something going on in there. So I don't know, man. They might have to clean up something. Right? So before we jump off the cliff, you know what I mean? With Deuce, you got to pay attention to that, because when it comes to a knee, man, it's swelling, and because he hyperextended it, they got to do an MRI on that, man. They got to do an MRI on that, because that's not good. You know, the season just started, and I was there that night, opening night, when he came down, he came back down, and I was like, yo, Deuce don't look right, man. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta kind of. If I was them, well, I'm sure they have, man. They're the Knicks, man. They probably did an MRI, but the swelling's gonna have to go down before they do the MRI. You know what I'm saying? Because the fluid and stuff like that can kind of cloud up the MRI to where they can't really see what's going on in there. But something's causing the swelling. So, cross our fingers that it's nothing really, really, really serious for him. Right? So we got to see exactly what he's going to look like coming back. All right. But listen, guys, let me go to the stats really quick, man. Go to the stats, excuse me. So here's the stats for tonight, man. The Knicks shot beautifully tonight, man. Look at that, 56% from the field. The Wizards shot okay, 47%. That was pretty good, actually. But the Knicks, and them, even with the rebounds. But look at the assists, man. Look at the way the Knicks are sharing the ball. 37 assists. That's a season high for them this year. 37 assists to their 23. So, listen, man, we're sharing the ball. We're sharing the ball. Big Cat's been great with that also. He's like a point forward up there. Sort of around on a no-look pass he hit OG Anunoby with. That was beautiful, man. Over the head joint. Cat looking like Joker out there. Look at the Knicks shot 50% from the field, 20 for 40 from three. The Wizards struggled, 33%, 11 for 33 from three. But look what the Knicks shot from the free throw line, man. 92% for the team, 12 for 13. The Wizards, 56%, 9 for 17. Listen, man, this is. I mean, I'm not really surprised by these numbers. This is what happens when you're playing against a team that's 2-10, man. They're not that good. They're not as good as the Knicks, period. And so I think that, believe it or not, this is what should happen. The numbers should be really crazy like this to where we're shooting 50% from three, they're shooting 30%. We're shooting 90% from the line, they're shooting 50%. I mean, this is what it should be, man. And as far as the assists go, fabulous, right? So we're sharing the ball. We look like a real team. They're not a real team. That's why they had 23 assists. Everybody's going for self. They got a very young team, man. They're going to build around that. Of course, they're probably holding out for Cooper Flag. That's if they get him, who knows? But what I'm saying is that's pretty much what I think they're holding out for. The Cooper Flag sweepstakes. That's what a lot of these teams want, man. They can't wait for him to come out. But I think all in all, offensively, just look at those numbers, man. We're rolling. And that's why, a lot of people felt one. Like I said earlier, a lot of people were afraid, man, when we got Cat, because they felt we could be a top 5 offense. And right now, I think we're like top 5 or top 3 right there in the league, man. I mean, we just look great offensively. Great. Now, and guys, let's be honest. We went 3-1 on this homestand. We should have went 4-0. We just weren't ready to go against the Bulls. We weren't. We were not ready to go, man. We weren't. But I love the way the team bounced back. I love the way they bounced back, and I love the way they kind of like put their pedal to the metal tonight against a team like this. And they didn't let that Bulls loss really impact those next 3 games. So you gotta love it. You gotta love it, and you gotta love exactly, how we went about our business tonight. Star of the game, man. Why not? He caught fire tonight. We're such a different team when he's rolling the way he is and he's shooting the way he is. It just opens up everything, man. Opens up everything. We know who Cat is. We know what he can do. But this guy is the key. He's the key to everything. Everything. 26 points, 11 assists, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 9 for 15 from the field, 3 for 3 from the stripe. Listen, man, fabulous game from him. Fabulous game from him. And the assist numbers are up because now you got guys that are cutting. And, of course, the addition of Cat is just a different level, man. This is going to take his game to the next level, period. And once again, I told everybody, I said you have to give him time. Let him get used to playing with Cat. Let Cat get used to playing with him. Let's watch this team kind of come together with OG Anunoby and, of course, Bridges. You got to let it all come together, man. You got to let it all come together. And I think that's what you saw tonight. What go on, man? What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for the boys, 134-106. Star of the game, Jalen Brunson, 26 points, 11 assists. And when he's cooking like that at the top of the key, man, he's unguardable, man. Unguardable. And then you have Cat, them running that two-man game. Beautiful. The key is now, what I want to see is when it gets tight in certain moments in the game, right? Like I said earlier before, I wanted to get to the point to where they say, okay, Cat, me and you are running a two-man game. It's going to be us right here. That's it. This is winning time. Him and Brunson running a two-man game. That's it. One side of the floor. If you want OG Anunoby cutting, cool. Bridges cutting, fine. Let Josh Hart run around, but spread the floor. Spread the floor. That's what I want them to run when it's winning time and it's a close game. Them two guys. But all in all, man, this is making Brunson a better player. It is. He's becoming a better facilitator. Now you're starting to see him kind of unlock some of his superpowers. Because we know he can score. We know he can take over. But now you're seeing the passing game. You saw it not just with him hitting Sims with that no look right in the second half, but you saw the first one he did to Josh Hartman when he came down with the no look right down the middle. His passing is on a different level also now too. But I thought he always had this in his bag. I thought he did, but he couldn't use it last year because they really needed him to kind of be a scorer. He could still do that, but now with Towns, now you're going to see him unlock one of his secret powers, which is being a really, really good facilitator. And it's just great to see, man. Great to see we're rolling these last 3 games, man. So hopefully, for me, we're starting to catch our rhythm, which I think is important. All right, let me go up here and see the chat, man. Everybody's rolling through, man. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. Big time win for them boys. Let's go in here. Let's go see what everybody's talking about up in here, man. Tim, HBO. He says they look good sharing the rock tonight, man. Once they continue to play with each other and trust Tibbs' game plan, they're going to be a problem. Agreed, sir. Agreed. They're already starting to become a problem, Tim, but you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They're sharing the ball. They're looking like a team, man. They're looking like a team, and it's great to see. But they are following Tibbs' game plan, man. And it's great to see. It's great to see. Yes, Nammert, absolutely. Great showing. Great showing. Line says super nice to comfortable beat up a team. Yeah, beat up on a bad team, man. Very comfortable to do that, man. Very, very comfortable to do that. Pac-Man +6. Yeah, man. Become Daddy, man. Listen, I love the fact that Tibbs is playing him. I do. You got to play him, man. That's the only way these guys are going to get better. And I think he's showing each time he's getting better and better, man. He's getting better and better. And I know Tibbs wants to bring him along slowly, but sometimes you just got to throw him in the fire, man, especially them young bulls, man. You just got to throw him out there. So it's great to see, man. I think he's coming around. I think also, too, he's playing really, really well defensively also. He's moving his feet really well, man. So once again, right, it's such a huge leap in the league, right? When you were coming from college, to high school, of course, to the league, right? And, of course, coming from overseas to the league. Because he came from overseas. It's such a big leap that you got to get used to the speed of the game. Game's a lot faster, man. But once you get able to get used to the speed of the game and how the game is being called, it becomes a lot easier, man. It becomes a lot easier, and I'm starting to see him kind of turn the corner here. Coach says, I learned that I don't need to see Matt Ryan play basketball. You know what's ill, Coach? I think Dottie, man, stole his minutes. Those minutes that they have for Matt Ryan, I think Dottie stole them. And the reason why I think Dottie stole them is because he's playing defense. That's what Tibbs values, man. And if you can move your feet and stay in front of the guy, you're going to get a lot of playing time. And I think that's the issue with Matt Ryan, man. He can't defend. He can't defend. Tim, Tibbs is still trying to figure out his bench and see who he can trust. Agreed. Agreed, sir. I think that's definitely happening. But that's why I said, Tim, I think that's why I said, that's why it's so important for these games. Because you got to see what you have. You got to see what you have. You got to throw guys out there. And I love the fact also, too, the fourth quarter, he let a lot of those guys play, man. He let everybody cool out. You had even Jacob Toppin sighting, which I thought was great. Get those guys out there, man. Let them other guys rest and cool out. We were up by damn near 30. So let those guys rock. So that was good to see. But, yes, he is still trying to figure things out, man. But that's why those minutes are so important. Big task. Sims outplayed Hawkporty. Knicks and Hum GM will love that you said that. Tim Brunson definitely looking like a floor general out there, the way he's passing that rock, and they say he's not a natural point guard. He's more of a scorer, proving everyone wrong right now. Agreed, man. Agreed. Listen, man, certain players unlock a certain superpower that you already have. Brunson's always had that. He couldn't use it these last couple of years because we needed him to score. But now with a guy like Towns, that's unlocking Brunson's superpower, man, of being a really good facilitator. And then OG Anunoby has even upped his game. Then you got Bridges cutting. All these guys are taking Brunson's game to the next level, man. And the league is nervous. Trust me, they're nervous. Big tasks, big facts. Grimes is finished. Agreed, man, because he couldn't handle the pressure, man. He can't handle the pressure. Listen, look. In any sport, right? Especially in the pros. When you have a new guy come in, as cool as they may seem, right? We're not friends out here, man. We're coworkers, but we're not friends. Because I'm trying to get minutes. Because I'm trying to re-up to get another contract. How do I re-up and get another contract? I got to play. I got to play. I got to get on the court. I got to get out there, and I got to get busy. How do I do that? I can't do that sitting on a pine. So I got to get out there. And in order for me to get out there, you're in my way. So in order for me to get out there and get you out the way so I can get out there and earn more money, I got to outplay you, man. So it's just competition, man. Period. It's nothing personal. It's just business. And Grimes folded up. And I think Hawkporty was doing that same thing to Sims. And Sims was feeling it. So now he's starting to step up his play. And I love it. Bring on more competition, man. The more, the better. Because if it's going to get these guys to the next level, man, let's do it. Ariel this, Ariel that. Nah, man, listen, it's not about Hawkporty tonight, man. It's about Sims. It's about Sims. Sims is definitely playing better, man. Lately, he got to play with confidence and trust his game. Agreed, man, because I think Hawkporty's been pushing him, man. So, yeah, he's playing better. A whole lot better. Here we go. Sims has been better than him all year long. Negative. Sims ain't changed nothing. That's what he's been doing. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. No, he has not, man. These last couple of games, he's been playing a lot better, man. Period. Campaign is definitely getting into his groove. He is, man. Yo, big task. Yo, man, listen, man. He's been like a pleasant surprise, man. He's playing really, 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 really well, man. You know what I mean? And what I love about him is that he knows his role. Like, he's not coming out there trying to, like, be Brunson. He knows what he's there to do. And he does it really well. He's there to be the backup point guard, and that's it. Bring energy, knock down shots, and that's it. Because here's the thing, guys. When they swing the ball to him, when he's shooting, do you feel like he's not going to make it? He's making half of the shots he takes because he's shooting with such high confidence, man. The kid's confidence is through the roof because the way he shoots, you would think that's off, right? He looks like he's about to shoot it over the backboard, but that joint is money. But that's because the kid believes in himself, man. He has uber confidence. And it's infectious, man. It really, really is, man. I love what he brings to this team. I really do. Knicks 100 GM said Payne is tough as dice. Yeah, he is, man. Yeah, he is. Big Taz, campaign was probably the writing on the wall for DiVincenzo. No. I don't think so. Not at all. DiVincenzo wanted to stay, man. The campaign came cool. It didn't matter. DiVincenzo was going to do him, man. Period. DiVincenzo was going to be a big piece to what it is that we wanted to do, man. But Minnesota said, nah, B. Send him over here. Tim said, Payne is really good, man. He was a big part of the Suns going to the finals that year. They played the Bucks. He's not scared of the moment. Agreed, man. Agreed. I forgot about that. Thank you, Tim, for that update. That's right. He was part of that team. He's solid, man. He's really, really solid. Knicks 100 GM says, seems like the same injury Grimes had. Yeah, man. Listen. They listen, I'm being honest with you, they're gonna probably have to go and see what's going on with Deuce, man. I'm telling you. He's been dealing with this since opening night. That was a month ago. I was there. So I don't know what's going on, man, but I'm telling you right now, they gotta see what's up. I've had knee injuries, man, and listen, when the swelling is there, that's not good because you got to make sure that's the swelling is fluid and it's not blood. Like you got to make sure because if it's blood, that means something's torn. Knock on wood. So you got to kind of like pay attention to that. You know what I mean? They got to make sure they go in there and really, really check, make sure, he didn't slightly tear something. You know what I mean? Knock on wood. You got to, be mindful about that. The knee injuries can be tricky. Coach's Pac-Man will hold it down. Yeah, man. Dottie 8, man, he's playing good, man. He's playing good. Coaches, Cats putting up all-star numbers with role player minutes. Coach, that's what he was brought here to do, man. He was brought here to put up numbers. And you know what? It was ill, Coach, about him too. Do you hear anybody talking about him being soft? Do you hear anybody talking about him being weird and all this other stuff? They don't like how he talks. All that nonsense that was out there about him. Everything is quiet, man. You hear just quiet. They turned it off. They're like, yo, man, no more silence about that stuff with Cat. But that's what happens when you play well. When you play well, you silence the critics and everybody turns to crickets, man. You don't hear no more chatter or nonsense about Cat being soft and all this craziness. He's playing really, really, really well. He's looking like first team All-NBA. That's how well he's playing. Not second team, not third. First team All-NBA type of player, man. That's how he's looking. Looking like he might start in the East in the All-Star game. Next on the gym said, I tried to explain to people quickly, was never playing real defense. I thought IQ was playing defense, man. I thought IQ was playing good defense over here. Tim says, we definitely need Precious back, and we need to bring another player in to play off the bench. You know what's crazy, Tim? I agree with that, but I don't know. If they're going to bring in another player, right, Tim, they're going to have to give up something. So what are they going to give up? They're not moving off of Mitch. They're going to wait to see what he is when he comes back and put him with Towns. I definitely want to see Precious when he comes back because I think that's going to make us even more imposing coming off the bench. So who else are they going to trade, Tim, to get some like the assets that they're going to have to get somebody? Because they're going to want something, right? So you can't, what are they going to give up? Remember the contracts they're going to bring in. Like, is it going to impact our, the apron stuff, right? So all that stuff matters, man. We got to look at all them numbers before we quick to bring somebody in. Tim says Cat is looking like the best center in the league right now. He is. He is. Definitely is. Coach says we have every player we need. That's a good point, man. That's a good point. Coach says we 16 deep. 16? I don't know about that, man. I don't know if we 16 deep. Well, Guan says Brunson's becoming a complete player, well-rounded superstar. You gotta love it. Agreed, man. Agreed. But you know what it is? Well, Guan, that's the addition of having a superstar on your team, man, because that's what Cat is. Randall was a really good player and a star. He wasn't a superstar. Cat is a superstar, man. A superstar. You know what I'm saying? And so you're seeing it. You're seeing his skill set with this guy, man. He's really, really good. He's better than advertised. And even Tip spoke about it. Tip said when he first had him, he was good. He was just really raw. He could shoot. His talent was through the roofs. But now he's stronger. He's a smarter player, right? So you got to think of the evolution of this guy since the last time Tips had him and how much of a better player he is now. I'm being honest. I love Randall, man. I do. I'm not knocking Randall. He's a better player than Randall. And I wasn't saying that before. LV, can be corrected here and say that I was wrong. He's a way better player than Randall. Way better. Like it's not like he's better, man. He's way better than Randall. Like, because he does everything better. He shoots better. He's a better decision maker out there. He's not pounding the ball. He's great at the free throw line. He's great in clutch moments. He's better than Randall, man. He really is. He really is. Big Taz says, to me, beating the Suns will offset the Chicago loss. Agreed. Hey, also, too, guys, I think KD is out, right? KD is out for a while, man. I don't think KD's coming back for a minute. So he's down. So, they just got Book over there. Book is dangerous. Dottier's future is bright, man. We definitely got a steal in the draft. Shout out to Leon and that front office team. Tim agreed, Tim. Agreed. CP, man. Mets and Knicks, man. I appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. CP, man, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're still in here, man. CP, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're still in here. I got to make sure you're still in here. Sometimes I know guys be dipping in and out. CP, just let me get a thumbs up. Let me know you're still in here, please. Quick thumbs up for LV Live. Let me know you're still in here, CP. Is he still in here? Waiting for a quick response because I gotta say something to this guy. Is he still in here? CP, you in here? He's not responding, man. I think he dipped off. I caught him late. He's not in here. I slipped on his show earlier, man. They talking crazy over there with the Yankee stuff, man. I had to kind of get on him. See, he slipped out of here. CP, let me know if you're in here, man. He ran. See? Okay, let's see. Okay, if Brunson don't have to do what he did last year, he is more dangerous playing with this team this year, and that we're going to bring out the killer mentality and can be our closer player. Right? Agreed, man. Agreed. Yeah, because that's what he is, man. He's a closer during the playoff time, man. That's what makes him so great, Tim. That's what makes him so great. Because now, Tim, he can conserve energy. He can really conserve energy. You know what I'm saying? He can really kind of like take his game to the next level, especially when it's winning time. And that's when he's at his best. Period. That's when he's at his best. And so that's what I'm looking forward to. But that's why it's so important, Tim, that we also play like these guys. Like we give them minutes. So Brunson can be ready to go when it's time, man. When it's time to be winning time, man. That's when we need him the most. We almost got him against Chicago. He almost got him. He got him the other night against the Nets. But that's what Brunson does, man. He did it all last year. What Guan says, You can't expect Hakapoe to play well in 5 minutes of garbage time. Sims was running with the starters who were passing and playing defense. Nobody was trying to set up Hakapoe in garbage time. You know what? I hear you what go on. I hear you, but listen, man, you still got to earn your minutes, man. And when you're out there, it doesn't matter who you're with, you still got to play well, period. Still got to defend. You still got to do all those little things, man. You know, I think that I have to go back to what Deuce said, man. These minutes are important. Don't think that these minutes are just throwaway minutes. It's not that big of a deal. He's not paying attention. He is paying attention. Tibbs is sitting over there watching, man. He's watching with a keen eye to see how guys handle those situations. Because that's how you earn more minutes, man. That's how you earn more minutes. So to me, those minutes are very important. Very important. Because you're earning his trust, and that's what you want. Tim says Tibbs' system is bringing out the toughness. Cat is definitely showing through the game. Agreed, man. Agreed, Tim. Listen, man, all that stuff that was out there about him, man, it's going away, man, fast. It's going away. And so I think that Tibbs' way of doing things, and also to the guys around him, is starting to kind of like, you know, spill over into to Cat. It's where he's kind of taking on that identity, man. And then also, too, man, I think, you know, this is where he wanted to be, man. This is where he wanted to be. Want to come back home. He's right down the street from his house, meaning, of course, Jersey. You know what I'm saying? He's right down, you know, next. We got to take the tunnel, man. You're right in Jersey, man. So I think that's big for him. This is where he wants to be. He's close to his family, close to his dad. So this is probably like a dream come true for a guy like him, man. You know, especially also, too, remember, this is his mom's favorite team. So this is a big deal for him, man. So that's why you're seeing him. I think he's uber locked in, man. You know what I'm saying? Earl Garris, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. Big win for them boys. 134 to 106. Let me see what else we got up in here. Next on the GM says, could you imagine if Cat worked with Hakeem for 2 or 3 seasons? Yo, man, right? That'll be official. Atlanta Lion says, loving the Big Bodega Cats production. Need to see him do it when the lights shine brightest. Yeah. Agreed. That's when he's going to earn it, man. Brunson's already earned it. This is going to be his time to earn that. You know what I'm saying? Big Bodega Cat, man. That's what we call him the Big Cat over here. Listen, when you guys hear people call him the Big Cat, you heard it here first. LB Live gave him the name first. I call him the Big Cat. Everybody else calling him the Big Bodega, all that stuff. I call him the Big Cat over here. Big Cat. You heard it here first over here with LV Live. Tim says, you mentioned Deuce. Hurts should we be concerned? He's our best player coming off the bench. You know what? Yo, Tim, man. I was in the Garden that day, man. I was there opening night. I was there, man. Yo, he felt crazy. He felt crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how he went up, like it was weird. He kind of like buckled his knee a bit. You know what I'm saying? So they say he hyperextended it. You know what I'm saying? But the knees is tricky, man. And they said they're still swelling up. So, oh man, he got to go get that looked at. He's got to go because he might have to get a quick scope. You know what I'm saying? Knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? So that's ill. Like you can't really play around with that. And you don't want him to play on it and hurt it even more. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see what that looks like. Earl Garris said them boys are coming together. Earl Garris agreed. Agreed. They definitely are. They definitely are coming together. They're playing really, 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 really well, man. They're playing really, really, really well. Atlantic Lions says, I think Akaporte and Kolek will develop a Deuce type of development arc. Won't play much at all until necessary. Let those guys develop properly behind the scenes and sign them to cheap contracts. I can see that too. I can see that. You can't, here's the thing, man. You can't lose your can't get frustrated by how Tibbs is. You know, and what I mean by that is a lot of people, players can get frustrated because they feel like, you know, he's overlooking them. It's not that, man. He's old school, man. You got to earn your way here. No one's going to give you anything. And I think that this league is tough. It's really, really tough, man. And I think that there's going to be times in a season where you're going to feel like you're not really contributing. And it's a long season. But you got to still stay focused. You got to keep working. You got to keep going to the gym every day. It's going to be a grind, man, but they got to stick with it. They stick with it, they can be great pros, but you got to grind. You know what I mean? So I think they'll be fine. Tim Randall and Dante is not even a thought. Cat came in and changed all that. Agreed. LV, was you impressed with Sims' dunk? Yeah, man, I was impressed, man. He didn't really catch it the way he should have, though. You know what I'm saying? He kind of caught the tip of the rim. He ain't really, you know, grabbing and pulling it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't really do all that. He kind of missed it a bit. So yeah, so I wasn't, you know, he ain't really yamming on his neck. He ain't really do that. You know what I'm saying? Knicks 100 GM said the Wolves are done. Really? Why you say that, man? So Randall hit the game winner the other night. He said the defense is no good. Oh, wow. This is what happens with lazy Randall. I saw it. He says, I saw it coming. Wow. So they're not playing with. I didn't see that. Who are the Wolves playing tonight? Are they playing tonight? Who they playing? Like, are they getting smoked? I'm not even paying attention to them guys. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, like who is it? I heard Dante's not playing well though, man. I heard he's not playing well over there. He started off good, and I think he's not shooting well. Now I don't know how he's doing. I mean, are they playing tonight? Guys, let me know in the chat. Are they playing tonight? But I know his last like 5 or 6 games, man, like Dante's not playing well, man. He's not shooting well at all. You guys got to understand, man. Like, listen, like, you know, that guy didn't want to leave, man. He didn't want to leave, man. He did not want to go. He did not want to go. He wanted to stay here, man. He did not want to go at all. He was very, very upset about that, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not surprised that you're probably possibly seeing a decline in his play. Right? He didn't want to be in Minnesota. I mean, who wants to listen, man? When you get to a certain level in this league, right? Who wants to be in Minnesota? I don't care if they're winning or not. Ain't nothing like winning in the city, man. There's nothing like New York, man. And if you're for a local guy, he's a local guy. He's from Delaware, which is right down the road. You guys know Delaware's not far from the city, about an hour and a half. I said this before. You know, he's close to his family. Now you got to pack up your girl and your new baby and got to go all the way to Minnesota, man. Who wants to do that? So I just heard he's not playing well. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, that, you know, like I said, I just don't think he wanted to leave. And I think he's having a real hard time really adjusting to that. Whereas I think Randall was happy, man. Earl Graf said, offensively, we are ahead of expectations, right? Especially with the unselfishness. Once our defense kicks in, we'll be a definite title contender. Agreed. Alan Lyon says, Dante's talk takes him to Taking it, come back to the squad. I said that, man. I said, yo, I wouldn't be surprised if he does that, man. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think he wants to be there, man. I think he wants to be back home. Back here with his boys, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he wants to be out there. At this point in his career. You know what I mean? Tim said the scary part is we still learning how to play with each other. And once we get Mitch back and Precious, and if we can get another scorer, watch out. Yeah, absolutely. Agreed. I mean, they keep on talking about Shamet coming back. I don't know, man. He had the same injury as Randall. So I don't know if he's coming back. Like, I don't know. Maybe he wasn't as bad as we thought. I mean, I don't know. Randall's was bad. So I don't know. I think I said Delaware, my home. Yeah, man. Delaware's right there, man. It's right there. It's right there, man. I don't, I just don't think that he's happy there, man. I just don't think he's And then like I said, he's from up north though. Up north where? I know he's from Delaware though, right? Like what, North Delaware? Is that what you're saying? Because remember, Delaware's going south from the city. Because Delaware's going towards Philly. Like, you got to go towards Philly and Maryland and get to Delaware. You got to pass Jersey and all that. You know what I'm saying? Big Taz says that's why Dante's not playing well, man. He didn't want to leave. Yo, he didn't want to leave, man. He didn't want to leave. He didn't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why, I'm not surprised that he's not shooting well. I'm just not surprised. Guys, you got to understand, man, these guys are people at the end of the day, man. They got lives, man. They got lives. Like, it's not just all basketball. That's the misconception. Yeah, these guys get millions of dollars. But once you get to a point, right, to where you have all the bread, you've brought everything. You have a nice house. You have the cars. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Rock with LV Live. Big win for the boys, 134 to 106. The Big Cat, 24 points, 12 rebounds. Once you have all those things, right, you're able to buy your mom a house, or you're able, right, once you get to that point, like, you just want to settle down in the league, man. Remember, I told you the story before. Josh Hart said it best. He said, yo, man, look, I've been traded a lot. Like, now I just want to settle down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in New York. I'm close to DC, where I grew up at, close to, where I went to college at. I'm here with my boys. Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? He probably wants to end his career in New York. He don't want to go no other place, man. After a while, like, that gets crazy, man. Especially when you get to this point in your career. That's it. What's Josh Hart? 29, 30? Cat just turned 29. So these guys are mid to late 20s, man. They're ready to chill and settle down. So I'm not surprised that he wasn't too happy with that. See, Randall hasn't said nothing. Randall good, because he was ready to get up out of here anyway. But I think Dante really was like, yo, like, he's kind of tight about it. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm gonna have a little technical difficulties here. All right, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, Shamit's cooked. Yeah. Knicks 100 GM, man. Yeah, I think he's done, man. I don't think he's coming back. I don't know why the Knicks keep saying. I don't think he's coming back. Big Chester has a player take ever happened. I'm not sure, man. I don't know. Tim says, I can see Dante coming back, man. Right. You know what? I don't know. Yo, guys, what's his contract, man? What's his contract? He signed with the Knicks, right? What does he got left on his contract? 2 years? Because I wouldn't be surprised if he takes less, man, and comes back to the Knicks, man. I wouldn't be surprised, especially if all his boys are here, which I believe they will be. So Bridges and Randall, Bridges, and of course Brunson and Josh Hart are still here, which they will be. I would not be surprised he takes less and comes back to the Knicks, man, to end off his career. I would not be surprised, man. I wouldn't be. I just wouldn't be. Atlantic Lion. Look what he said. I'll trade a first to bring Dante back. Nah, I'm not doing that. He said easy. Like, oh, guys, keep shooting bricks and build a red brook. The bricks we're bringing back home. To build that road from them bricks. That's funny. That's a good one. Tim says Randall was balling out there for the Wolves, right? But don't compete. Yeah, you know what it is? Randall's balling, man. Because I knew. Listen, I knew Randall was gonna play good, man. I knew he was gonna play good with them cats. Cause that's where he want to be, man. He started the New York thing started to wear on him a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot, man. It's a lot of pressure. He's not from, man. He's from Dallas, man. He's not from up here, man. He's not. You know what I'm saying? So Minnesota's more his vibe, man. It's more him. So I'm not surprised that he's doing what he's doing up there. Big Taz says Newark, Delaware, the hood. Yo, man, I don't know. Is that where he's from? That's where Dante's from? I just know about Newark and Jersey, man. That's the hood. I know about that. Let's see here. All right, cool. Corey Linda says, LV, man, do you want Dante to come back? Yo, man, I do. I want him to come back. I do. I think when he comes back, he's going to play really, really well. I think he's going to play well with us. This is where you want to be. Dante, yeah, he tanking. Yo, that's what they say in Knicks 100 GM. They say he tanking, man. He say he's trying to come back home. He tanking. They say he building bricks, shooting bricks to build a road to come back home. That's what's going on, man. That's funny. Tim says the system ain't for Dante out there in Minnesota. He built to play here. Yeah, he is built to play here. That's well said, Tim. That's well said. But that's what I think, man. I don't think he wants to be there, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought, playing with us, this was the best season he ever had last year. Best season in his career. And I think it was a lot of things that come into play, right? It's the system. He's playing for Tibbs. Tibbs believes in him. And playing with his boys, being close to home, it felt like everything was right. Right? He solidified himself in the city. Like now, people were mad that Dante got up out of here. And they had to ship him off. They did not want to hear that. So Dante really kind of, cemented himself, man. So if he comes back, it's going to be with open arms. It ain't going to be like, no, it's going to be open arms, man. Okay, I said, I think he started wearing on the New York culture, Randall. Yeah, man. I think let me say this. I think Randall wanted to be here, but I think it was getting to be tough because remember, it was Brunson's team. It's a different type of pressure playing in the city, man. You know what I mean? And if you're not from here, you're not going to really understand it. It's going to seem like a lot. But if you're really from like an easygoing town, it's kind of laid back. You know what I mean? It's an easy move. Like it's an easy thing to do. So once again, it all comes down to the type of person you are, man. To be honest with you. I think Randall embraced it. But then it just started to become a lot of pressure because once the Knicks started getting good and he saw all the attention like that, and once again, right? Some guys want to play in Portland, man. Some guys want to play there. Some guys want to play in Memphis. Some guys want to play in OKC, man. They want to play there because it's chill. Ain't like it's not like packed. Like it's not crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you come and play for the Garden, when you come and play for the Knicks, the Garden is packed in February on a Monday and Tuesday night like it's the finals, man. Like it's the finals. So that's a different type of pressure, man. When you can play in Memphis or play in OKC or play in Portland and half of the stadium is filled. So it's different. They could take it or lose it if you lose. Like, that's not a big deal. And the Knicks, man, you play bad, man. It's as if like you lost the finals. Like that's how it is in the city. It's a different type of juice, man. A different type of juice. So that's a lot for a player, man. And if you ain't used to it, you know what I'm saying? It could be an adjustment. Randall want that paycheck, LV. Don't be fooled. Right? Now, listen, man, of course. Of course. But I don't think, but also too, guys, I don't think Randall stays, man. I think he might wind up leaving because, you know, they want, if I'm correct, I think the I think the talks out there was that they really want Naz restart and they really like him. And he's younger too. So that's who they really want starting. So, you know, we got to see what that looks like. Tim says, what did it for Randall when he turned on the fans and they started booing him, burning his jersey? I knew he lost his team. Brunson came in and did what he did. Was supposed to do. Nah, agreed. Yeah, that's what did it for him. When he did the thumbs down, that's what he did it for him. And then Brunson came in and Brunson just grabbed the bull by the horns like, yo, it's going to be my team. You know what I'm saying? And then Brunson took off and that was it. And I think then was when I probably started thinking, like, I don't know if Randall's going to still be here. And if they trade, because I know they wanted to trade for a big star. They had all them picks. I knew Randall, they was going to move Randall. I knew that. Once they saw what Brunson was, I said they're going to move Randall. I thought they were going to move Randall for like someone like Giannis or something like that. I didn't think they were going to get Cat. But I think, you know, I think Randall knew, man. I think he knew. And I think he was happy with it too. I think he was happy with it because I think he kind of was like relieved when he found out he was leaving. Earl Graham said, once you bite that sweet spot on the apple, it's over. You're hooked. It's the Mecca. Plus, we got to ball out just to shut up that cornball. Paul Pierce, yeah, man. Paul Pierce is crazy. Paul Pierce is crazy. Nick's on the gym say, I'm saying that he saw the writing on the wall here. Yeah, he agreed he did. He agreed he did. Nick's on the gym says, when they paid OG, it was over. Agreed. Especially him coming back from that shoulder. You didn't know what type of play it was going to be. Agreed. All right, guys, but listen, man, that's my show. All right, listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. I hope I came on at a good time tonight. All the other times I was coming on later and stuff like that, it was insane. So now I got things rolling correctly. So hopefully this is the time I'll be on. Rock with y'all for a minute, man, but I love talking with y'all. Let's get ready for that West Coast trip. The Knicks go 3-4. Big game for them boys, 134-106. So I appreciate everybody coming through rock with LV Live tonight. If it's your first time coming through, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if you're watching us on replay, please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, but listen, that's my show. I will be back Wednesday to talk about them boys against the Phoenix Suns. It might be late night, so please try to stay up so you can talk to LV, man, after the game so we can see about them boys getting that win on the road in the land of the Suns. All right, but listen, that's my show. I'm LV Live. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me, man. I'm going to see you guys Wednesday. All right, that's my show, and I'm out of there, people. Peace.